show with an exclusive first look at Gears of War Remastered for the Xbox One. And the man behind the game is with us right here, Mr. Rod Fergusson, to tell us more about Marcus Phoenix's return in just a second.
The beard is back. The beard is back. The beard is back. The beard is back. All right.
Hi.
First of all, welcome to the insanity that is E3 with these yokels behind me. We are here at the LA Convention Center, home of E3 2015, where we'll be bringing you breaking Xbox news for the next 3 days.
How did all they get in? Who opened the doors for them? Anyway, I'm glad you're here. Anyway, the show floor hasn't opened yet, and when it does tomorrow, it will be flooded with gamers. But clearly, some people have snuck in already, and I'm talking about us, actually. You guys should be there. I'm glad you're there. But you don't have to wait until the doors open, because we're bringing you Xbox news right now.
That is absolutely right.
Oh, yeah.
Today, on this very stage, on your very screen, we've got the creators of Halo 5 Guardians, a new reveal from Fable Legends, Rare's pirate game, Arg!
Very good.
Can I get an Arg? There we go. A first look at brand new indie titles, and Phil Spencer's going to join us to talk about this morning's briefing, backwards compatibility, HoloLens, and much, much more.
So much good stuff.
But the time has come to jump right into it with Rod Fergusson and Gears of War.
Yes.
So, Rod, in the briefing, you announced Gears of War 4 coming out in 2016 and the remastered version of the first game this year. What can you tell us more about the Ultimate Edition?
Oh, it's the first at its best, is the way we frame it. It's basically completely remastered, 1080p, 60 frames per second multiplayer, whole bunch of new content, all 19 maps, 5 new chapters. Every art asset in the game has been replaced and additional assets been put in. Every cinematic has been re-motion captured and recreated. It clearly is the Ultimate Edition for Gears of War 1.
So even if you've played Gears of War 1 already, and let's face it, we've all played Gears of 1 already, right? There's loads more in there for you, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's also, we wanted to go beyond just the nostalgia. We didn't want to just do an up-res. That's not the way that we do it. And so what we want to do is really modernize it. So we took it, and once you've played Gears 3 and you've played all the way through the trilogy, going back to Gears 1, there's some stuff that you want to fix. You want to sand off some of the hard edges. And so what we did is we looked at a lot of the other 2 and 3, and we said, what do we bring back? And I can revive while I'm in cover, and I can spot enemies, and I don't have server-side hit detection. I need to put that in, that kind of stuff, right? So now you're playing on dedicated servers, So we went through, and because you go back, I used Gilligan's Island. You think, as a kid, Gilligan's Island's funny. Watch Gilligan's Island now, not so funny, right?
Larry still likes it.
Well,
Ageism.
Yeah, exactly.
You said it.
Skipper!
So we wanted the campaign to be soaked in the nostalgia, and that's why we didn't re-record the audio of the dialogue.
Right.
But we wanted the multiplayer and sort of the visuals to be really modernized for what it is to be on the next gen.
Yeah, I want to keep asking you questions, but he is going to make us watch a video,
on the
which
spot,
is also
on
good.
On the spot. Well, Rod, obviously you're up here. You're talking about how much you love the game. Clearly, the team up north loves the game as well. We actually had the opportunity to go up there, eat some gravy fries, hang out in the conference room.
It's not gravy
I don't know how to.
fries.
I don't speak Canadian, man. We went up there though. We took a look at the making of Ultimate. It's absolutely incredible. So you guys take a look right now.
Welcome to Delta Squad.
Hey, are you the Marcus Phoenix?
Yep.
When the original Gears of War came out, it changed the game in every sense. Gameplay, graphics, style, story. Within hours of launch, the world knew that a franchise was born. From its unique destroyed beauty aesthetic to the larger-than-life characters.
That was beautiful, baby.
Gears of War gave birth to the squad-based cover shooter and forged a Gears nation for a generation. Now, after seeing hundreds of millions of hours of action and 3 sequels, the original Gears of War is rising to the fight once more.
Welcome back to the Army, soldier. Shit.
Microsoft's Vancouver studio, the Coalition, took charge of remastering the classic, and like the Locusts themselves, they started from the ground up.
Gears of War 1 was the start of something special. To be able to go back and see it again with new eyes is just amazing.
The primary objective? Ramp up the fan base for the future of the franchise by updating the original for the next generation.
It's the original Gears of War, the game that started it all. fully remastered and modernized for the Xbox One with a whole lot of new content thrown into boot.
So every character and every creature in the game, every piece of armor, everything has been completely rebuilt from scratch.
Locust!
Every detail of the remastered game got major love.
We have a berserker in the vicinity.
Every newly motion captured movement, every gameplay mechanic, every iconic moment. The full clip.
What we tried to do is pay honor to what was there and the original vision that the original artists had.
Listen up. We don't have much time.
Yet take it to kind of a slightly newer place.
We're going in. Who knows you, baby?
Yet the true soul of Gears is still its original story and the emotion behind the legendary characters.
What we really wanted to do was drill down and find the DNA of Gears of War.
Now I'm pissed.
The original Gears multiplayer is legendary, so the team took special care to maintain all of its gory glory while updating it for modern online play. Multiplayer features matchmaking, spectator mode, and team deathmatch, all run through dedicated servers and all at 60 frames per second and in 1080p. Damn. This remaster piece is truly the definitive experience, including all the post-release game content and 5 new chapters for more than 2 hours of missions never before available on Xbox. This is only the beginning of the franchise's biggest games yet to come. Ultimate Edition also includes early beta access to Gears of War 4, coming holiday 2016 on Xbox One.
Gears of War is back, and it's back in a big way.
Lock and load. Register for the beta now.
Yeah.
I like it. Ron, I want to talk to you. Xbox, since it launched, everyone's been wondering when it was going to make its next-gen debut. What can we expect from this beta that we just heard about?
For the Ultimate Edition beta, basically we've got 5 maps, we got 2 modes. That's the 2 new modes that we're bringing. Team Deathmatch, which wasn't part of Gears 1, was the most popular way to play Gears of War.
Right.
And then King of the Hill. So King of the Hill did show up in the PC version of Gears 1, but it got tuned over the franchise to the point where it's the mode to play when you play competitively.
Right.
So we wanted to bring that Gears 3 sort of allow for that competitive play in Gears 1. So we completely tweaked King of the Hill.
A lot of work going into it.
Yeah, and about that, Rod, why do you think it is? I mean, obviously, Gears multiplayer has been the gold standard over and over and over again as you continue to iterate. What is it about the first Gears multiplayer that's really so revered? Why is it held at such a high standard for most people?
I think it's just the emotional impact. I think it's one of those things when the first time you took cover against a car and there's that visceral feeling and knowing someone who's going to stomp on your head or you're going to get chainsawed, and it was the sweaty palms you got when you played, And so I think what was great is that feeling is still there when you go to Ultimate Edition, but now what we've done is taken the technology even further. It's now you don't have that host advantage. You got dedicated servers and you got 60 frames per second. You got the ability to spot enemies, and all the stuff that sort of evolved over the franchise. So you got that really visceral, emotional. This is what I love about Gears. But then you got this total modernization. So it's part of a contemporary shooter again.
More excuses for me to lose. Cool. I like it.
Well, you were never good anyway.
Yeah, that's true. I was never good at it.
So, hey, Rod, I'd love to talk about Ultimate Edition for ages, but I also need to ask about Gears 4.
Yeah.
We saw it today.
Yes.
Gameplay for the first time.
I was playing live. I don't know if people could see my hands and my kneecaps. I was purposely trying to create slack in my pants so no knee.
20 feet off the floor.
I was
on the balcony.
And what was not cool is that Phil is down below waiting for his cue to go on after me, and he's making faces and stuff at me, and I'm like, I'm trying to do a live demo, and you're teasing me. This is not cool.
I'm trying to play here.
Yeah, I know, exactly. And there are points of failure, like that ability to shoot the pouncer out of the air and the ability to go and chainsaw. Those are things that you can go wrong, and so that's why I was up there.
I was watching because I knew the areas if you missed that shot, it wasn't going to be pretty.
Right.
Kind of dodged the question, though.
Oh, sorry. What was the
I want more details about Gears 4.
I can give you one detail that has not been shared. Only here.
World exclusive. Let's go.
World exclusive.
Yeah.
The name of the woman in the demo. Her name is Kate.
So that's what we're seeing right now. Some of the B-roll is.
So
that's Kate.
There are 2 characters that you're being introduced to here. The first character is JD, which
and that's
you hear
on
his
the
name.
right-hand side.
Yeah. And then his companion's name is Kate. And
Okay.
so that's basically all the information I'm giving
There's
you.
JD just came into shot, and Kate's bringing up the rear.
He's a handsome devil.
He is.
Is it Kate with a C or a K?
Yeah,
It's Kait.
Wow.
That's why I asked that question.
There you go. So,
It's
I
like
mean,
poutine.
Sarah, we have to have something different every time.
Absolutely.
So one more thing for you. Obviously, people are very, very excited about the Ultimate Edition. People are going to play that many, many hours. But at this point, again, the franchise is so storied. Are we ever going to see a sort of Master Chief Collection type
You know,
situation?
the Coalition is really focused on 2 major projects,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like when we set our sights on to Gears 4, we were like, okay, this is going to take a while. So what's the most impactful thing we can do to get Gears on the Xbox One as quickly as possible? And it became really clear that taking the original and remaking that from the ground up was the way to do that.
Yeah.
But those 2 projects are a complete focus right now.
So God, no, I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted, Blair. Don't ask me that right now.
I want to talk to you because you were the executive producer for the first 3 Gears, and now you're in charge of the Coalition and the mantle of the Gears franchise moving forward.
Wow, that's a lot of pressure the way you say it that way.
I'm just saying it. I'm just
Okay.
It is what it is.
Okay.
What is that like? I mean, you watched this franchise go up, and then we handed it to you.
I think I more like tugged on it and took it away, but okay. No, it's awesome. You know, I got to come in really early in 2005 and help that sort of franchise grow, and I feel like, you know, yeah, it was just an amazing team effort, and I love doing that. And then, yeah, to be able to come back to it and sort of lead that charge has been amazing, and be able to realize some of the things we've always wanted to do.
I want to point out now your studio is located up in Canada.
Vancouver, Canada. Yeah.
I'm picking up a slight Canadian lilt here.
Okay,
and you've only been up there for
no,
like...
I'm Canadian.
That'll be it.
But to be fair, it is coming back in a really big way. Yeah.
Right, 'cause I remember when I talked to you when you were down in North Carolina. I didn't really hear it that
No, because I don't say A. So I eliminated the A's, but my outs and abouts are like, oh, you're Canadian, yeah.
Now, we've got a ton of questions that we're going to be asking. You're going to be back later this week, right?
Yeah, Wednesday.
Yeah, okay, so we're excited about that. Now, Graham, you had
I have something really, really special to show everybody on Wednesday.
I didn't even
Like
know
if
what
you
it
come
is.
back Wednesday, you'll see something like the likes you've never seen before.
All right.
Wow. So stay alive until Wednesday. Don't die.
I've overhyped that, by the way. Just totally overhyped it.
All right, well, I think we're going to do it. So what we're going to do here now, as you said, you're going to be back on Wednesday. Now, we're going to take some of your questions on Twitter, right? We'd like to ask. So if you got any questions for Rod on Twitter, hit us up on Twitter. Hit me at Major Nelson. You know how to find me. They know how to find you, Gears Viking.
Gears Viking, yeah.
On Twitter, and then we'll take some of the best questions and we'll revisit them and ask
We
them.
can take some of the crappy ones too. I'm totally
You
happy.
sure?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, we're definitely going to take
I mean,
then
I've
I shall tweet
answered
away.
Blair's
Then I'll
questions,
tweet
so-
away, my friend. I do love how Gears Viking was a relevant Twitter handle, then it didn't really make sense, and then it's relevant again. So way to just bring the career
That was
path.
my whole reason for doing it. I was just like, I can't let this go bad. I have to figure it out. So that's
All right. We're all about interactivity here, and over the next 3 days on the show, Xbox One users at home, that's you. You'll be able to vote at home and decide what questions we ask. And give us some good ones, because it'll help. And what games we'll be getting a closer look at. So let's kick things off by putting you in control. Vote now on which trailer you want to see next, and while you're voting, we're going to talk about the rest of today's news.
Xbox One exclusive.